our last video, we learned that buy term and invest the difference is old advice. And old advice eventually becomes bad advice, often leading you to make bad financial decisions. We also learned that the life insurance industry has significantly changed over the past 50 years. Responding to changing interest rates and historical stock market returns led them to completely redesign permanent life insurance. This new product has radically changed how consumers in the 21st century create financial security. But before we can raise the hood on this redesigned product, I need to unpack just a couple of more things to help you really wrap your head around this opportunity that's staring you right in the face. So let's get started. Hey guys, I'm JondaKnows, President and CEO of JondaKnows, a full-service financial services firm located in Huntington, West Virginia. In addition to having everything you need to create financial security, including stocks, bonds, mutual funds, life insurance, and annuities, I am 110% committed to righting the wrongs of all the financial celebrities so that you can reach your financial goals faster and safer. It's true. A lot of the advice coming from financial celebrities is toxic. It's holding you back, and it's causing you to settle for far less than you deserve. I always say, if you know the rules, you can win the game. Problem is, rules can and do change. That's why we must constantly ask questions and educate ourselves. And that brings us to today's topic. Average returns are not investor returns. Have you ever opened your IRA statement and discovered that the value of your account doesn't even come close to the future value that your investment was projected to be at this point? Now remember, you had a plan. Your financial advisor ran all the numbers and confirmed that if you saved $1,050 every month for 20 years, and you averaged an annual return of 8%, you would in fact have $1 million at retirement. You followed their instructions to the T, and you completed every annual review that confirmed you were in fact averaging 8% a year. Retirement is 5 years away, and your numbers aren't even close. So what gives? Okay, it's time to do some basic math. I know you don't like math. It makes your head hurt. Listen up. If you are going to invest in the stock market and you can't do simple math, just stop. The days of taking investment advice and not holding the advisor accountable for the recommendation are over. People lie. Yeah. And some people, they just don't understand how the markets truly work. Either way, this is your money, and it's your responsibility to ask questions when things don't add up. That's exactly what I've been doing my entire career, asking questions. And that led me to an eye-opening discovery that you need to know about. Before we go any further, you might want to go on over to JondaKnows.com. That's linked right up here for you. And under the resource tab, you will find a worksheet titled Averages Are Not Your Friend. Now, there's also an answer key attached to that worksheet, so don't look ahead. And for the rest of you, you're welcome to follow along on the screen. Okay. What we are looking at is a 5-year segment of investment performance. In year 1, you're up 10%. In year 2, you lose 32%. Yikes. In year 3, you're up 40. Wow. Year 4 comes in up 12%, and the 5th year produces another solid return of 10%. Now, except for year 2, this 5-year segment of performance looks pretty good. But let's take a closer look. You know, one of the ways investments are evaluated is based upon their average return over a period of time. So let's see how this 5-year segment shakes out. Now, open up the calculator app on your phone, or if you still have one of those adding machines on your desk, that'll work just fine. What we need to do is add these 5 numbers together. Now, I need you to pay attention. You're going to have to subtract 32 from 10. And yes, I realize that is going to produce a negative 22 or a minus 22 on the screen before you can add the 40% from year 3. Go ahead and finish by adding 12 and then adding 10 and hit total. You should have 40. Now, that wasn't so bad, was it? Okay. To get the average annual return, now we're going to want to divide our 40 by 5, which is the number of years that we're evaluating. So if you divide by 5 and you hit enter again, you should have 8. What this means is that this 5-year segment of performance averaged 8% each year. An annual average return of 8%. Now, let's see what the investor's return was. What we need to do next is apply these same investment returns to an actual investment of $1,000. In year 1, we made 10%. So you're going to multiply 1,000 by 0.10. 10% is equal to 0.10 in decimal form. So the first year you made $100 and you have an ending balance that year of $1,100. In year 2, you're going to multiply 1,100 by 0.32. You have a loss of $352 in year 2. So when you subtract that from the previous year end balance of $1,100, you end year 2 with $748. Now, in year 3, we made 40%, and that sure looks to me like we got back the 32% we lost last year and may have made 8% this year, but we need to check. So we're going to take the 748 and we're going to multiply it by 0.40. And we have a gain in year 3 of $299.20. When you add that to the previous year-end balance of $748, we have a new total, a new ending balance for year 3 of $1,047.20. Moving along to year 4, we're going to multiply $1,047.20 by 0.12. We'll have a gain of $125.66. Again, added to the previous year's balance, brings us to a new total of $1,172.86. Our 5th year, we're up another 10%. So we're going to multiply $1,172.86 by 0.10 for another gain of $117.29. We add that to the previous year's balance, and we end the 5 years with $1,290.15. Okay, I know for some of you that was brutal, but you made it. Great job. Okay, now to double check that the investor received an average return of 8%, we're going to take the gain of $290.15. So what we did there, really quick, is we subtracted our original investment of $1,000 from our year-end, our 5-year-end total of $1,290.15. So the gain of $290.15 then needs to be divided by the original investment of $1,000 so that you can get a 29.01% total return over the 5 years. Divide that total by 5 and we'll get our average annual return. Wait, that says 5.8%. Wait a minute. Is that right? What just happened? Now, I do hear some of you screaming at your phone or your computer screen right now, Jonda, that's all the fees and commissions the advisors took out. Nope. We haven't even gone there yet, but we will. So be sure and smash that subscribe button and turn your notification bell to all so you'll be notified when I drop that video. But seriously though, what happened? Guys, it's really quite simple. The future value of a variable product cannot be accurately projected. Do you remember earlier when I said your financial advisor ran all the numbers and confirmed that if you saved $1,050 every month for 20 years and you averaged 8% annual returns, that you would have $1 million at retirement? Well, your financial advisor used this little tool called a future value calculator. And to be clear, we were all trained to use them. But the problem is the software has an inherent flaw, causing it to artificially inflate your projected balances, providing a false sense of security that you will be able to retire with confidence. I realize this is a very bold statement and probably one that you've never heard. But do not ignore what I'm about to share with you. All retirement planning software is designed to stack the assumed rate of return year over year to project a future value. So let's see what it would look like in the future value calculator if we invested $1,000 and earned 8% every year for 5 years. All right, in year one, we multiply our $1,000 by 0.80 and we make 80 bucks. So at the end of year one, we have $1,080. Year two, we're going to multiply by 0.80 and we're going to make $86.40 in year two, bringing our year-end balance to $1166.40. In year three, again, multiply by 0.80. Your gain in year three is $93.31 for a total year-end balance of $1259.71. Now, I think it's kind of interesting here to note that the future value calculator has our year-end balance in year three almost as much as we made in the entire 5-year period previously. But let's keep going. Year four, we're going to multiply by 0.80 and our gain is $100.78. Brings our total to $1360.49. And in year five, multiply by 0.8 one more time for a gain of $108.84. Adding that to the previous year-end balance of $1360.49, and we have a total of $1469.33. Wow. The future value calculator said that if we invested $1,000 and averaged 8% for 5 years, that we would have $1469.33. But we already did that. We already did a calculation where we averaged 8% a year for 5 years, and we only got $1,290.15. Guys, that is $179.18 difference. That is a shortage of 17.92%, a shortage. And that's only over 5 years. What's going to happen over 10 or 20 or even 30 years? The retirement projection that your financial advisor prepared for you, it's not worth the paper it was written on, because you cannot accurately project the future value of a variable product. The exercise that I just walked you through vividly explains what is referred to as sequence of returns risk. Now, this isn't talked about much by financial celebrities, and I really don't understand why, because it is very real and it is a significant threat to your financial success. Now, I know you're probably saying, Jonda, you're just being overly dramatic. Just fix the flaw in the software and move on. Well, that would be great if we could do that. But unfortunately, the flaw in the software can never be fixed. You see, the software assumes that the stock market will never have a negative day. And we know that's not true. And furthermore, even if they tried to factor in losses into these projections, how would they decide how much of a loss and when that loss should even occur? So if we can't fix the problem with the flaw in the software, we have a new question. And that question is, how do we manage sequence of returns risk? If you want to know what Jonda knows about how to successfully manage sequence of returns risk, be sure to subscribe. You don't want to miss my next video. If you thought this was good, the next one is going to completely change how you think about investing. Don't forget, if you'd like to purchase the book, What Suze Orman Isn't Telling You, I've pinned the link in the comment section below. And hey, listen guys, if you don't take anything else from today's video besides this, please take this. Someone who is not a full-time licensed financial advisor simply should not be telling anyone how to invest their money. See you in the next video.